So as a running coach, I work with countless runners that come to me. They want to improve their running form, they want to reduce their injury risk, they want to achieve a certain time or a distance goal. But there's one crucial element that is massively overlooked by 99% of runners that I see. And that one thing is listening to our body. So we focus on our time goals, we focus on our distance goals, we focus sometimes on our podcasts and our music, maybe on our headphones, we focus on how our trainer tread is doing, we focus on how our clothes feel, but there is one focused element that we neglect, and that is listening to our body. And that lack of body awareness is massively hindering and hampering our ability to run effectively, efficiently, reduce our injury risk and increase our running performance. So body awareness and being able to listen to our body is that skill of being able to tune in as your body is moving, tune into those fine sensations so that we can understand and feel where we might feel tension, understanding how hard different parts of the body are working, and noticing maybe when we feel a little bit uncoordinated in our running form and we're working again too hard. And when we can develop that body awareness, we can tune into those fine sensations, we can make those little adaptations as we're running, we can self-coach and we can understand that this part's working too hard. I'm just going to relax that area, or I'm just going to have a shake out of my arms, or I'm just going to have a little bit of a loosen through the jaw and the shoulders, so that you can make those little micro adjustments, which will ultimately improve and enhance your performance, but also reduce your risk of injury. Because when you ignore your body's signals, you might not listen to something that your body is trying to tell you, a warning sign, and you could overwork your body, you could push it too far, which again ultimately leads to injury. So I'm going to use a simple visualization and a really simple metric, the calorie metric, to explain this example that I've got. And I don't want you to get too caught up on the idea of the calories as energy, because what I'm doing here is I'm oversimplifying a very complex organism. We are a very complex organism, so try not to get too caught up on the calorie metric. This is just a way that I can illustrate my point. So imagine that I'm running along and I'm tensing my jaw too much. I'm running for an hour and I'm tensing my jaw unnecessarily. I'm clenching that jaw. And to use those muscles to clench that jaw over that 1 hour period, it takes 10 calories worth of energy. Now, I'm doing the same thing with my shoulders. I'm maybe tensing them and hunching them up a little bit. And again, using those muscles to hunch them and create that tension over an hour-long period, it may take 10 calories worth of energy to do that. Again, it's not an exact science. I'm not using exact calories. I'm just illustrating the point of this. And again, maybe because I've got tense shoulders, I'm limiting my arm swing and my coordination of the movement. So again, maybe that limited arm swing is making my upper body less efficient, which ultimately means my legs are probably going to have to work harder to get that movement to propel me forwards more, which ultimately means, again, I might be working, as an example, not in exact science, 10 calories harder across the hour because of that. And again, maybe because of that, I've got a little bit of a shuffling pattern in my feet. My feet are not really picking up and I'm kind of stuck to the floor. I'm not utilising the movement energy of the body, and that might be costing me, again, some more calories. So ultimately, we'll look at wasted energy. That might cost me, say, 30 calories over an hour period, as an example. So ultimately, the amount of wasted energy we get over a 1 hour period of our running, again, it's a very loose example. We could be wasting up to 60 calories worth of energy that we don't need to be wasting because we're not actually tuning in and listening to our body and just relaxing our shoulders, letting our arms be a little bit more fluid and coordinated, using that movement energy that transfers through the body more efficiently. Stop clenching that jaw. So again, we've got a little bit of a relaxed jaw, so we're not wasting the muscle energy in the jaw as well. And again, making sure that we're conscious of our foot contact as our feet are hitting the floor, and we're picking the feet up a little bit and pulling the heels towards the hips, so that we've got that nice efficient stride. So we're getting more out of each stride rather than being kind of stuck to the floor and having to work harder, taking more steps to get us that same amount of distance. So that is a very basic and not very accurate, not scientific. I've not worked out those calories, but it's a very basic way to illustrate the point of how we could be wasting energy unnecessarily. So if we can start to develop body awareness, we can reduce the amount of energy that we're wasting, and then we can also, again, sense when our foot might be contacting the floor too hard. We can make those micro adjustments so we're not putting the impact maybe through the knees. So there's all these little elements that we can look at in terms of body awareness that will enhance our running. So how do we develop our body awareness? Well, one of the main ways that we can do that is through regular stretching. And if you're watching my YouTube channel right now, you probably do regularly stretch with me. And it's a really good way. And you will notice that what I say is, how does this feel on the left? How does it feel on the right? What do you notice about your body? Can you feel the after sensations? And that's, again, all I'm trying to do with that is I'm trying to develop your body awareness so you're learning and understanding, oh, actually, I can feel that, and I can see what this feels like, and I can check that it feels different on this side. So you're constantly making those brain-body connections, and you're enhancing your ability to be able to sense and feel your body and maybe make those micro adjustments as a way of doing that. Another way is that you could use breathing exercises. So literally just sitting and doing some form of breathing exercises, whether that be 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, some form of coherent breathing, or 5 seconds out, 5 seconds in and out, or some kind of like 4-7-8 breathing, or some box breathing, or even triangle breathing. All of these different breathing techniques. We've got the take-home method. There's tons of breathing techniques. But again, that helps us tune into the sensations of the body. And as we start to change the breath, we again get all of the different sensations around the breathing muscles. We also get those feelings and the emotions of, like, maybe you get a little bit of anxiety, and you get a little bit of like, ooh, what's going on here? And you're having to work with all of those new sensations. So breathing techniques are a great way to enhance and connect to your body awareness. Mindful running is a really good way, again, of checking in with your body. It's noticing, as I mentioned, do my shoulders feel a little bit tight? Do I need to just shrug them out? Do I need to shake my arms a little bit? Do I need to just relax a little bit through my torso? Am I a little bit too tense? Maybe I'm leaning back. So just trying to see running as a practice as much as anything. It's not just about the physical and the mental health benefits we get. And that's something that when I started to bring more of my yoga and somatic practices into my running, I now see running as a practice, as a skill to develop. Every single run I go out is like, it's checking in. I'm mindfully running. I'm feeling. My mind will wander, because that's what happens. That's what happens every single second. Our brain's trying to go elsewhere into thinking, but we can bring ourselves back into our body. We can, I can check my posture. Oh, I've got a little bit slouched there. So again, having that mindful aspect in your running is a really good way to develop your body awareness. And then regular check-ins throughout the day. So making it a habit to check in with your posture. So right now I'm sat on these yoga blocks as I talk. I can feel that I maybe need to get a little bit taller because my lower back's just feeling like I'm rounding a little bit too much. So I just check in with my body, relax my shoulders a little bit. Maybe I just need to loosen my jaw. If I was working at my laptop again, I'd just readjust my posture. I'd move my legs, and just constantly, again, just getting into that habit and making it a good habit to have regular check-ins with your posture, with your body, see what's going on in there. So mantras are also a really good way to help us focus our attention. And if you use focus as an analogy, if you're in the dark and you have a torchlight, and your focus is wherever you shine that torchlight. So you're moving the torchlight in the dark, and wherever you shine the torchlight is obviously your awareness. Wherever you shine that torchlight, you are seeing what is in that torchlight, and that's where you put your focus. It's exactly the same way. Mantras are really good at helping you focus and concentrate in on an exact point. And it's that positive reinforcement of, again, you get into that habit of like, oh, I've drifted off into thought there. Maybe I was thinking about work, and I'm coming back into now focusing on my shoulders, my form, maybe some words that I repeat over and over, so that I can get into that nice rhythmical moving. And then again, maybe I'm focusing on my breathing. So then I'm getting the rhythmical movement with my body, and also the rhythmical movement with my breathing, which enhances your relaxation. It means you're more efficient as you run, and you're not wasting all of that unnecessary tension that we're tensing those muscles with. So we're getting that mind-body connection, or the brain-body connection, when we're enhancing that ability, the brain and the nervous system, all of those network of nerves are communicating, sending the signals, and we're making those adjustments, and we're enhancing that ability constantly, and we can do that with those focused words of a mantra. Now, some focused words that we can use are, again, just zooming right into certain spots. And you can make them as elaborate or as simple as you want, but there's a few 2 or 3 word ones here that I've got. So relax and breathe. Now, relax and breathe, if you have that as your mantra, those 3 words, relax and breathe. If you notice you've wandered off and then you say the words relax and breathe, your mind's wandered, and then you tell yourself, again, you just say to yourself in your mind, relax and breathe. So all right, I need to relax my shoulders, relax my jaw, relax my arms, relax my legs a little bit, maybe even my ankles, relax and focus on my breathing. So relax and breathe. Again, it's just bringing you back into relax and breathe. So again, 3 words, strong and steady. This can help you maybe when you are feeling a little bit challenged and you need to reinforce a positive kind of affirmation. I am strong and steady. I can do this distance. I am good. I am strong and steady. So it reinforces that ability to maybe keep that control, but also that you are strong and steady. So strong and steady. Another one is 1 step at a time. Again, that grounds you in the present moment. It helps you focus on 1 step at a time. If you're running a half marathon, or if you're running your first 10K, or if you're running a marathon or an ultra marathon, it gets you out of thinking about the long distance that you've got ahead of you. 1 step at a time. When your mind starts drifting off into that little negative feedback loop of, I've got all of this I've got all this distance to go and I'm feeling like this, and repeat the words 1 step at a time. Right, focus 1 step at a time. 1 step at a time. That helps you bring back into this present moment, right here, right now, focusing on your body and your breathing 1 step at a time. A great one for promoting that lightness and quickness is light and quick. So saying to yourself, light and quick, it helps promote that feeling of rhythm and movement and getting out of like the heavy impacts. So you're not too pounding, you're not really slamming your body into the floor, you're not sticking to the floor, you're getting that light and quick. So you can repeat the words light and quick. So you're thinking about being light and quick, and maybe with that light and quick, you're thinking about pulling your body up. So you're creating that nice tall posture. You're pulling your body up, and feet are working light and quick, body's working light and quick. So those are a few mantras, and it's important that, again, I've just given you some examples there. You create something that's meaningful for you, something that is relatable for you. And I always get my clients to do this, and I will ask them what words mean something for you as you're running, and then we create a mantra around that so that then they can go away and they can practice this as they are running. Right, this is your mantra, so you work on this, make sure it's meaningful and relatable to you, create your own mantra, and then practice it regularly. So go out, and every single time you run, try and get into the habit. And it's like anything, when you practice it, you will make it stronger. You will create that habit and you will make it more ingrained that you will repeat this. And then as you go, adapt them as needed. So it will change over time. Mine have changed over time. Mine have shortened. Sometimes I've got a little bit longer. At the moment, I've got a shorter one. It's just focus. I just focus. This morning I went out for a hill run, and my mantra that I kept repeating as I was doing hill repeats was, I love hills. I love hills. So instead of that negativity where I'm like focusing on, oh, this is so difficult, this is so hard, I don't want to do this, and you're making the session harder for yourself by those words just repeating around your brain. Switch it, flip it. I love hills. Smile. I love hills. I know it's hard, it's really tough, and I'd much rather be sat at home on the sofa, but I love hills because they make me stronger mentally and physically. I love hills. I'm outside. I love hills. So again, that was my mantra this morning when I was running the hills. I love hills. And just adapt them and change them as you need to. But again, have a little bit of a playful sense with it. So there it is, the critical skill that is massively overlooked by 99% of runners. And it sounds so simple. Checking in with your body, that body awareness is going to help you run more efficiently, it'll help improve your running form, it will help you reduce your injury risk, you're going to waste less energy, and it's really important that you practice this regularly. You know, you can go out and do this right now, create your mantra, go out and use this in your running form right now and see how it changes the experience of your run. And again, as I mentioned with the I Love Hills, when you notice the negativity and you notice that negative self-talk, switch it, focus in on the right now, on I love something, you know, I love running fast, whatever it may be, and you will notice that you can run better ultimately. So I hope this video has been useful, and remember that it does take time and practice to develop this skill, but once you do, you will be able to fly quicker and you will be able to reduce your injury risk. So thank you. If you've enjoyed this video, all I would ask that you would just give it a thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds. There's 4 ways that you can help my channel and this video. I do greatly appreciate it. You can give it a thumbs up. You can put thanks for the video in the comments, or maybe let me know how you feel about this. If this is something that you do, and subscribe to the channel. If you're not, I post 3 videos a week. Click the notification bell, and if you would be obliged, I'm not sure that's the right word, but if you would share this video, that really does help my channel. I greatly appreciate your support. I love reading your comments and replying to all of them. And I shall, one more little ad, is have a look in the link in the description below. There is some exclusive content on a membership platform, and the Run Better with Ash membership platform. Have a look in the link in the description below. Thank you. I hope you found this useful, and I shall see you in the next video. Happy running.